Hi, you're watching what we've learned in 50 years, working in France. We, that's mom and dad, Matt and Margaret Paton. And mom, you've got an amazing story that you'd like to share with us today.
We wanted to find a house in the small town of Ghana, and we looked everywhere. Our first boy was just a baby in the pram. I pushed the pram round the town. We prayed and prayed that we'd find a house to have as a church in Ghana.
Was that going to be the very first church?
Yes, very first church, as far as we know, in the history of the town, which dated back to the 4th century.
Wow.
So we went round the town looking for a house as a church in this small town. We couldn't find one at all. We couldn't find an old building. We couldn't find anything. We knocked at doors of the house next door to an empty old house, and we asked the neighbours. We said, "Is this for sale?" No. And so one day we came across a empty house. We went to the neighbour. It looked very, very suitable, very, very old, very, very dilapidated. But we went to the neighbour and we said, "Do you know if this house is for sale?" "Oh yes," she said, "it's for sale. It's been for sale for a long time. You'll find the owners not too far away." She gave us the address. So along we went to the neighbours, and so we asked this owner if the house was for sale. She said, "Oh yes, it's been for sale a long time, but it's not me who's in charge, it's the mayor." And so we went along to the town hall. We found the mayor and we said to him, "Could we see this house in this street?" And he said, "Oh yes." Said, "I've had this key a long while."
Did he know that you were looking for a church?
Yes, I suppose we told him what we wanted it for. So he said, "I'll get the key." And it was an old rusty key. He said, "Come along, we'll go and have a look at it now." So off we went with the mayor. And when he got there, he said, "Don't forget," he said, "I'll go before you because I want to break up all the cobwebs that are hanging down in all the rooms."
So not many people had been living there for a long time.
No, for a long, long time. So he said, "I'll go before you." And he said, "Anybody who wants to do this house up, well, they don't need to go to America for adventure because this will be adventure itself."
So when you saw that old run-down place, was it what you had been praying about, dreaming about, to see a church?
Yes, it was exactly what we needed. And when we looked over it, we thought, this is it. This is the building for this town.
Wow.
But we had a problem. We had no money to
Yeah.
buy it.
All right.
It was very, very cheap, but we had none at all. So we went to see those responsible for the mission in the centre of France, and they came along, had a look, and they said, "This is perfect, but we've got no money in the mission at all. So what could we do?"
So you don't have any money. The mission doesn't have any money. So where do you get the money?
Matt went along to a meeting and he met this boy who'd been a drug addict, completely delivered. So he explained at the meeting what we'd seen, what we needed, and it's exactly what we needed in Ghana. So this boy said to him, "But if that's what you need and you've got no money, you just say, 'God, give me the money,' because we need it." He came back home late at night and he told me the story, what this boy had said, half laughing about it. So I said, "No, that's true. That's exactly what we must do." So from then on, every evening, we started to pray, and it went on most evenings till 1 o'clock in the morning, just asking God to give us the money. At the end of 1 month of prayer in this way, we were given as a gift this money to buy that house.
Wow. So how did you feel when you saw for the first time people walking into this very, very first church you ever started in France?
Well, it was absolutely wonderful to see the first meetings in that old building. Of course, we did have an opening meeting for everybody to come to, and that was an exciting time.
Is that church still there today?
Oh yes, it's still there, and they've had many different pastors, of course, since then, and it's still going on, and there's people coming along, and they have a social work into the town.
So, Mom, what is the key that we can take from this story today?
Well, the key is, of course, that God knows exactly what we need, and He'll provide according to our needs, and that was a great need, and He met it.
Thank you, Mom, for that amazing story back in France.